What's going on, guys? So we've had a lot of fun changing up the exhaust setups on Chomper, and honestly some of them that I didn't expect to sound good sounded amazing, like the current one, which if you don't know, we've got two ricer mufflers on here which actually sound freaking amazing. But it's time to actually swap it up to the setup that I've been teasing for a while. So we are finally going to be saying goodbye to that 3-inch Y pipe in place of a 3-inch X pipe, and I'm still undecided on the end portion of the setup, but I've got some 3-inch pipe. We're going to try to piece something together, tide us over until we can get to the exhaust shop. But in the meantime, we do have to decide what mufflers, if any, we're going to run. But in the morning, we're swapping to the X pipe. So we got our 3-inch X pipe, our pieces to connect to our long tubes, and then I've got a 3-inch universal pipe kit that I bought a long time ago. Actually used that piece on my 22 Sierra as a muffler delete. I figured let's go ahead, play around with it, see if we can't piece up a little bit of a kit, at least get it as far back as the current one is, and then we got to decide before we go to the exhaust shop what mufflers, what tips, what style, all that kind of stuff. But for the time being, I'm excited to hear this thing on an X pipe. It should dramatically change the sound. Hopefully we'll be able to cut some of these little pieces like this guy right here. We should be able to get this Y pipe off pretty easy, and hopefully we won't have to take off this transmission brace in order to get the X pipe in, because if we do, that's going to be kind of a booger. But either way, we're going to get it done. Might just be better off doing that because this can't really go farther, and I'm almost positive I did have to loosen this at the head in order to get this Y pipe in there. Well, crap. So I forgot to hit record on my GoPro, but I went ahead and removed our skid plate. I took the 2 bolts out that connect this cross member to the transmission. I'm going to be taking these 2 bolts out, one out from that side, loosen one so it still stays connected but can swing down, and then we're going to lower our jack, hopefully drop this one side down enough to get this out, the X pipe in. I got a jack stand and some wood on the tail cone of the transfer case, so when we lower this, that should immediately catch and support the weight of the transfer case and the transmission while we drop this low enough to get this exhaust out and the X pipe in. Alright. Holy crap. She's out. There we go. Oh, come on, you turd. Hitting the block of wood that I got holding the transfer case up. There we go. Now we on there. Oh, y'all know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the freaking clamp on. I am a knucklehead. I'm gonna put the clamp on, get this cross member back tightened down, these bolts, that bolts, these bolts, throw our skid plate back on, and I'll catch up with y'all after. All right, guys, I got everything back together. All of our skid plates, our main bolts, our heat shield, got all the exhaust clamps tightened. Fitment is looking solid as a rock. Way more clearance right here than with the Y pipe. Only thing I think I got to do is take a little flathead and bend that heat shield out a little bit because it's pretty close right there. Not touching, but a little too close for my comfort. Our X pipe is right here, and I think we're going to be able to just use that extra 3-inch piping to just do little dumps right over this torsion bar cross member going down, and that should be our setup for now. All right, boys, we got her rigged up, and it turned out pretty sweet. So obviously our new X pipe, there's the actual X, and I used 2 pieces from that kit. They were like slight bends, so coming in, got them like a turn down. They do barely clear Got almost like tips on them. Those are like the little expansion part to connect another 3-inch pipe too. But we got basically a little turn down going on. It's not perfectly straight down, it's a little bit angled. I would prefer it not to be, but should be fine. We're not touching any of the cross members at the moment, but we don't have any hangers on it, so as we drive, hopefully it doesn't slowly creep down. We'll double check it when we get back, but it is time for our very first startup with the straight pipe X pipe turn down exhaust. Gonna lie, I was fully not prepared for that much of a difference. It is so freaking loud. Definitely a big tone change too from before we did all the mufflers and stuff. Holy crap. That thing is screaming. Hopefully it doesn't fall off or start rubbing really bad because it's flopping around a lot just because it's chopped off, you know. But I guess it's time to take it for a spin. I doubt any of that footage did justice to just how freaking loud this thing is. So it's really quiet out here right now. So we're gonna go ahead and do a full startup, idle, and maybe one acceleration. And then we gotta dip out of here because we're gonna be causing unneeded attention for sure. Flames. It sounds like I got a freaking So I haven't watched the video back, but I don't think it's ever going to do justice to just how freaking loud this thing is. Now, I'll admit, it don't sound great. It flat out don't. It sounds way too raspy and just that cutoff sound. But in its own right, it's freaking amazing. I know it had to have spit some flames because that was a big backfire and it's turned down right at the ground. Actually, is that grass pushed back? Right there. Yes, this is way too freaking loud. I would never want to keep it this loud. It would be, for one, just immediate pullover, and two, just extremely annoying. But I figured before we went to the exhaust shop, let's make another little fun video throwing the X-pipe on there. And I'm excited. I think with a proper setup, which y'all need to leave your comments down below on what we should get, it's gonna sound freaking amazing. A full out the back. We're gonna go full length. We're not gonna do a turn down. Do we do true duals? I already know I'm not doing just straight pipe true duals. There's no way, because it's going to be this loud and probably be super choppy. So we're going to do a muffler. What's I saying? True duals? It's not true duals. It's got an X pipe, so it's not true duals. Oh, true duals with the X pipe, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're going to do a muffler. I'm thinking Carvin R. 2 of them, 1 on each pipe, obviously. Full 3-inch. Undecided on the tips, how we want to mount them, location, what size, what design, like slant cut, rolled edge. I'm thinking kind of rolled edge, dude. That usually gives it pretty deep tone. I don't know. I'm excited. Probably go do it next week. So I'm going to post this video tomorrow for y'all to watch and give me some feedback. But dude, I'm like shaking because it's so freaking loud. Like, that was insane. I was actually scared driving around because I was like, you can hear me from a mile away, no doubt. But yeah, I am really excited for it to have a full setup. So be sure, leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think we should put on here. I'm pretty positive we're gonna do just true duals, you know, or not true duals, but 2 pipes out the X pipe. And then I'm thinking Carvin R. But if there's a magical muffler out there that sounds amazing with long tubes and an X pipe, drop a comment. I'll look up the videos on YouTube if there is any, and decide from there. Oh, wow. I just can't get over it. I mean, it is ridiculous. I'm trying to think if there's anything louder. I've never had anything louder at idle. Like, even your typical non-cammed true dual straight pipe guys, like, they're not loud at idle. They're pretty mellow. They're loud at like anything over 1200 RPMs, but this thing cannot be quiet at any RPM. If it's running, it's too loud. So I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. Hopefully y'all are excited like I am. I think it's going to be amazing with the full 3-inch and the X pipe. It's going to make some glorious noises and completely change the sound from Chomper. So anyways, with that being said, hopefully you did enjoy. Comment down below. Let me know. I'll see y'all in the next one.